Hey friends, this is the hymn of the day for March 30th. Today's lectionary or devotional actually takes place on Monday. And of the readings we have the First Kings reading, we have the Acts reading, as well as Psalm 143. When I was reading through, the first strong ties I heard were between First Kings and Acts, where they are both revival story, one of the widow of Zarephath's son, and by Elijah, and the other one is Paul's revival of Eutychus in the, I can't remember the name of the group, but from this we can tell how this ties back to our Lazarus story from yesterday's service and the Lazarus story. So with that, I'm not going to really be spending most of the time on music tying to that because we did just get that yesterday. So I will be more emphasizing the Psalm 143. So the beauty of this piece, I think, is the text is really a plead and hearing of my prayer. And when I hear it in the context of these two readings, I really think of it as it's the pleading prayer of the widow of Zarephath, or of the group that Paul was with in the Acts story. So when I'm thinking about this piece, I'm definitely thinking about taking on that role and that text fitting within those stories. So for the hymn I'll actually be doing today is actually a psalm setting from the Psalms for All Seasons book, which is a wonderful resource to have a little bit more music in a service. It gives us many different ways in which we can respond musically to a psalm, which I always love. I mean, that's of course my bias, right? So the one we'll be doing today is Psalm 143a from this book. It is the music is written by Hal Hobson, as you know, is one of the arrangers I really enjoy. He writes wonderful music that has very solid 4-part writing that's easy for an entire congregation to sing, but then it's also very full and doesn't sound elementary in any way. When I read this text, it's very easy to follow that pleading that comes directly from the psalm, so the paraphrasing is excellent. As well, though, this melody is wonderful because the hymn itself is in E minor, but the way that the melody is written in a simple 2-part form, it could also be played in G minor or in G major. So I'll play it both ways so you can hear it. So. And now in G major. So while we're doing this piece, the final verse, there are 4 verses in this, I will be playing the last arrangement with that G major sound instead of the E minor. So yeah, I hope you enjoy as we sing through this song together. It is from the Psalms for All Seasons, number 143a. First verse together. If you don't have the music for this, please feel free as I'm playing to either listen as I'm singing the text, or just feel free to read from your own hymnal, Psalm 143, or from your Bible. Hear my prayer, O God, and listen to my plea. Faithful, righteous one, give ear and answer me. Judge me not, I pray, no merit dare I claim. Knowing my own faults, I trust in your just name. Hounded by a foe who crushed me to the ground, I am like the dead, or those in prison bound. Hopeless, numbed by fear, I ponder all your care. Thirsty as parched earth, I lift my hands in prayer. Answer soon, O God, my
spirit faint in me. Do not hide your face, or I will cease to be. When the morning dawns, make known your love anew. Show me how to walk, for I will trust in you. Keep me safe, O God, and help me learn your will. Let your spirit lead through level pathways still. For your great name's sake, my grief and fears dispel. Free me from my foes, that I may serve you well.
All right, and that's the hymn of the day, the supplement to the devotional Christ in Our Home. I welcome you to comment in Facebook on this link, and just tell me, how did the hymn speak to the text for you, or maybe you had some hymns that maybe were more of interest to you. Also, maybe there's a prayer you can think of outside of this psalm that would go well with this text. Or if you have a worship idea or an activity, all it is just us conversing about what are some ways in which we feel we can respond to the text today. So thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.